In this video, I'll show you how you can create app concepts, designs, and prototypes faster than with any other tool, even faster than with vibe coding tools like Lovable or Bolt. So this is perfect for product people or development agencies that need to prototype a lot of apps and websites on a weekly basis, and then basically show these off to, for example, clients. Okay, now the tool I will use is called CopyCoder, and yes, it's the tool that I've built, and I've been pretty quiet about it lately because we've just been in the background building and making a ton of updates, pretty much changed the entire product, to be honest. It's pretty unrecognizable now, and it's just gotten so much better in my opinion. So I finally want to make this video to show you what you can do with it now. So let's go into the app here, and you can see that we've organized things by projects now. I have a bunch of projects here already, and I'll just create a new one for this video. So we're going to create a new project. I'll call it just YouTube video. And then you'll see this modal here open up. Maybe you know it from before, but this is basically where you can type in your prompts and start creating the designs. What I want to create first here is just, I had this idea of an basically a Yelp for creators. So for creators to be able to rate other brands that they've worked with for sponsored videos, for example, and just like rate how the partnership went so that other creators can, read these reviews and basically decide for themselves if they want to work with this brand. So to do that, I'll first just go on Dribble and I will look for a website or an app of just like some style and design that I like. And this actually looks pretty cool. The color combination here and also this like more modern rounded style. Let's take a screenshot of that. And then we'll use that as like the style reference. So I'll paste that in here. Use this image as a style reference. And then we'll say, I want to create a Yelp for creators. It basically lets creators review and rate brands, and then other creators can see the reviews. So you can see we have 4 options here: web app, marketing website, mobile app, and component. I'll show you all of these later, but for this first screen, I will choose the marketing website because this is like basically the landing page that I want to create here first. And we're also going to be toggling on Design Max. That just makes the design a bit more higher quality, and then we'll hit generate. Okay, here we go. So when you use Design Max, the loading time will be a bit longer because we basically use a more powerful model, but the design quality is also higher. If you leave it toggled off, then it's much faster. It'll be around, for marketing pages, it's usually around 30 seconds or something like that. Sometimes it can be a bit longer if there's more detail in there. And the other modes actually work even faster on the normal mode. But yeah, we use Design Max here, and you can see we got our first screen here. If you double click into it, you can also scroll down and see how the AI designed this. So, okay, so it has a hero section and then like some featured brand reviews. There even, there's like this little motion animation here. And okay, I think it's good for the start. And next, I just also want to design the screen when creators can then sign up, and basically after they click on get started, they should land on a sign up screen, right? So let's do that now. What I'll do here is I'll use this as reference so that the AI knows to continue using the style. And then I'll have web app selected and just say, okay, now create the sign up screen. And I have web app here because it's not a full landing page anymore. That's like a bit taller. It's going to be a bit shorter, and we can again use Design Max. And then I'll generate it. I can put that on the side. And then what we can start doing at the same time already, because we can do all of this in parallel, is again use this as reference. And then I want to create the dashboard that creators see after they've logged in to the app. And that's where they can create the reviews and also see a history of the reviews that they've made. Okay, and same thing, we'll just do design max again, and I'll generate that. And in the meantime, you can see that the sign up screen has been generated. So we can have a look here. That looks really good. Actually, what I don't really like, it made it next to each other, which is a bit weird, the sign in and the sign up. I would ideally have that as one component. So I'll just edit that here. So in this case, you can select global selection. So that will take the whole thing and edit the whole page. Or in some cases, it makes sense to just do like a section edit. So if you don't only want to make like small edits on this section, then you can use the section edit. You can also edit the text, but in this case, we'll do a global edit. I want the sign in and sign up to be one component. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, meanwhile, this screen is still generating, and we can start working on the public screen here. We'll use that as reference, and we'll do create the pages where public viewers can see all the reviews. So a review overview page, basically. And again, I'll use the like larger mode here of the marketing website, and I'll have design max activated and just create that here. Okay, now let's have a look at the dashboard. Might be a bit overkill, to be honest. It has like a dashboard part. It has a write review, my reviews, that's fine. Save brands, browse brands, okay. I think we can like probably simplify this a bit and remove some of the things because we don't really need all of that for an MVP version of an app like this. So I will say, let's remove the dashboard screen for now. Also remove saved brands and browse brands. And the rest of the stuff we can keep, profile settings and logout. So make the main page the write review page. Okay. Okay, so it didn't make the change here for some reason. Not sure what's going on. I'll just create a new one, or I'll use this as reference for the style. And I'll just say this time, create a sign-in page, design max, web app, and we'll see if it does a better job now. Okay, so this is much better here. We actually just have a simple, like that's a logged in view, right? You just log in, you can write a review, and then you would have this page also where you can see the past reviews. So let's do that. I'll use this as a reference and say create the, what's it called? My reviews page. Design max, and we'll create it. And let's see if it, yeah, okay, this is much better. So now it's literally just like a sign-in page, and there you go. So if you click here, sign up, that's when it can actually switch. So we can, it should be, the sign up should look similar to the sign in, but we can create it anyway. Now also create the sign up page. Put that there, and we can actually go and delete this one. Okay. Let's have a look what it created here. All right, nice. So this is the public view of all the reviews, and it added like a little search brands section, and then there are some filters here, which is pretty good. And okay, these reviews look really huge. I think it's a bit overkill to have these cards so huge, so I'll just make them a bit smaller. I want the review cards to be a bit smaller. They look too huge and take up too much space right now. All right. Okay, we have the sign up page here now too. That looks good. And then the reviews page here also looks good. So these are the past reviews I've made. And I can create a new review from here. Let's also create the profile page. Use as reference. Create the profile page as well. Keep it to just essentials. So I created that one in the normal mode, not with Design Max. So let's see if there's a difference in the quality or in the style. I guess not, because usually if you use as reference, it's pretty consistent. Okay, did it make some changes here? Well, it made it a bit, it kind of condensed it a bit, but I think we need to be a bit more specific about what we want. Let's say in the review cards, put the star ratings on top next to the name into the foreground, basically. You can remove the, what are these called? Payment speed, communication, cards, etc. and truncate the text and just make it so that it can be expanded. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's try this. Okay, so it created the profile page here. The only thing we need to change here is make it so that in the sidebar, the profile item is selected. Okay. Okay, let's see the changes made here. That's much better. So the ratings are now here. That's much better. And then we have a little read more here. I think this looks much cleaner already, so I much prefer that. Now we have the kind of web version of this. What we can also do is create the mobile version. We can do this for the same app, or why don't we just create a new app and we can also put that on the screen. It doesn't really matter, just for demo purposes. But let's say I want to create a clone of CalAI, and I'll take a screenshot of these app views here, paste them in, create a clone of this app. I'll have mobile app here selected. Again, let's use Design Max, and then we're going to create the first screen here. Okay, so this, I guess, is the screen after the food has been scanned and identified. Then let's also create the camera screen where you can scan the food. Okay, so this is the scan screen. So it created a little bottom nav bar here. So we can now use that and say, create the home screen. And then create the progress screen. Then let's also create the profile screen. Okay, nice. So the home screen is something like this. Progress, profile. Okay, good. So let's say I like a certain component that I've seen online and I want to integrate it into my app. I can just go and take a screenshot of a component that I like. So let's look for something. Okay, so this one, for example, yeah. I'll take a screenshot of that. This filter component, let's say I like that. So this filter component might actually be useful here. So what I'll do is I will first paste that in here and say clone this component. I'll put that here. Okay, so as you can see, it cloned this component here. And now the cool thing is we can actually use that and this website together and merge these two. So what I'll do here is use as reference, and then I'll use this as reference too, and then say copy the exact landing page, but use the filter component from the reference in the attached file. I'll do design max again, and I'll do website because I want to create basically a second version of this website. And then we'll just wait until this is done. Okay, nice. So it did insert that same component here. Let me see if this, let's open this. Does this actually work? Okay, no. So sometimes it creates these components in a way that you can actually like interact with them and it works. But in this case, I guess because this is like the expanded version of it, it didn't quite work, but it kind of has this part of it. So let's try actually if we can modify this. Copy this website, but use the filter component with the drop-down view opened from the attached file. So it should show me what it looks like after I've clicked on the drop-down. Okay, so on second try, this worked. I just had to be a bit clearer with the prompt here to open up this drop-down. And now you can see we have the component that we've cloned and copied from wherever we found it. And then we have actually merged it together with this other landing page that we've created earlier and kind of inserted that component into here, which is awesome. Cool. So let's say this project is done, and you can see here we've created these marketing websites. We've created the dashboard, so how the app actually looks like after a user has logged in. We've created some mobile pages as well. And now we want to share this with either our teammate or maybe with a client that we're creating this for. And then we can use this share project feature here. We just generate a link. We can then manage which screens are actually supposed to be shared. So maybe I basically don't want to share these mobile screens. So that's screen 9 to screen 8, 9, and 10. These are a bit duplicate here, but we can basically remove these. Screen 9, 8, and the screen 10s. Save changes. And now we can just copy that link, send it, and when someone else opens it up, it'll look like this. So you can then actually go through all of the designs that have been created. And that's just a really easy way to quickly share the designs that you've created. And this will give them a very quick way to just be able to see the designs and see like what this app can become, give you feedback, and then maybe you can make some changes on it. And then what you can also do once you actually feel like this is really ready and you want to turn it into a real app or a real prototype that's clickable and all of that, you can click here on export, and then again you can kind of select which screens you want to use. So for example, if I only want the landing page screens, so if I just want to build out the landing page part of this app, then I can filter by landing page here and have only these screens selected. And then I will continue. I can select different frameworks that I want to build this in. So I could use Next.js here. And then what you'll get here are you probably noticed from the earlier CopyCoder version, but these are like the setup prompts. So basically everything that you need to just pass this into a coding agent like Cursor. You can download the projects file here, just open this up in Cursor, run the setup file, and it'll build out the whole thing for you and turn this into a functional prototype. Another addition we've made, very important, is that we have finally also added a free trial to the plans. So you can now try it out for free for 7 days and cancel anytime. Give you a way to try out this app and see if you like it. That's the new CopyCoder. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you have any feedback, we're actively developing this application, a bunch more features that we have planned and want to add in the coming weeks and months. So yeah, looking forward to hear what you say.